check. Mic check. Testing. Okay, Yusuf, can you hear me? I think my mic was not working earlier. So just let me know in the chat if you hear me right now. Okay, nice, perfect. I see in chat you said that you can hear me. Perfect. So you said let's do a to-do list app using Next.js. Yeah, we can do that. Just just to understand like where you are with coding, can you tell me a little bit about your background, your skills? How comfortable are you with Next.js and just like coding in general? Cool. I can't see if you're typing or not, Yusuf, but yeah, just let me know in chat. Just want to understand your skill level right now. That way I can tell whether, I can speed up or slow down in certain parts. I see. Yeah. Took a crash course for it on YouTube after learning React from Udemy with Jonas. Okay, cool. So I would say you're still slightly beginnerish, so that's not a problem. Cool. So in terms of to-do app, let's see. Did you have, you mentioned Next.js, but I tried to work with Cursor, but I just couldn't do it because of the versions. Oh, what's wrong with the versions? You're saying the newer version now? You saying it doesn't work? There's a live delay. I don't know what the delay is. Let me check. Video delay? Stream delay? Yeah, there might be some delay in chat. Let's see. What's studio? Yeah, no problem. I'll just say no problem. Let's get started. All right, brother. Let's get started. So, quick question: do you want to do agent mode, or do you want me to slow down and use the ask mode, and then like accept the changes manually? So, two options. Oh, I see. Yeah. So the cursor gave you 14, but you wanted 15. That's fine. We can use something like a cursor rules, so we can make sure we use the right one. So let's just do we want to use. Let's see. Let me start a quick poll. All right, there we go. There's a poll. Yeah. So if you're new to programming, don't use agent mode because you're not gonna know what's going on, man. You're gonna you're gonna you're not gonna understand because it's gonna make so many changes and you'll just be so lost. So okay, let's just start with ask, and then I'm gonna use the default. Actually, I'll just use 3.5 Sonnet. So 3.7 is the latest one, but some people, it's a paid one, so I don't know if everyone has it. But for now, we can just use 3.5 Sonnet. Okay, so let's start. To start, I always want to start off slowly, so let's prompt with, there's a couple things we can do. We can actually put in notepads here. So this is where we can take notes. This is one way. And the other one is we can create a MD file here, a markdown file. So for now, let's just create a notepad. So here, let's say we are, let's just start with I. So I and then the agent, that way it's easier. So I want to create I believe you said to-do app, right? To-do list app. to-do list app using Next.js 15? That's a good question. Let me check if Sonnet is free. Cursor.com. Let's check the website because I do have the paid plan, but I just want to double check if free includes 3.5. Let's see if they make it clear here. Features. I just need the models. They might not be too specific with it. Download for free, enterprise, blog, forum, pricing, others, download. Yeah, I'm not sure, my friend. Free version, it says 2-week trial and 2,000 completions. So either way, I think you're limited to 2,000 completions. So looking at this, 3.5 and 3.7 are counted as premium models. They might have updated this because I believe 3.7 was the premium. Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, I'm not sure, but they do have a, what do you call that? They do, for free plan, they do allow 50 requests. But you can also go the paid version, so it's not. I think it's worth it because it does do a lot of things. So this just means 50 fast premium requests. So after that, it's like unlimited slow premium requests. So there's no cap on it, and that's why, in my mind, the Pro is probably worth it. But if you want, we can just use the default, which I think it's the free one. Up to you. I prefer using 3.5. It's still still pretty good, and I don't know if it counts as premium or not, but yeah, 3.5 is pretty solid. But anyways, let's get started. So it doesn't matter which model, let's start building. How about that? So this new notepad, I just want us to. This is like our. I'll just say our plan, right? So you can name it anything you want, but for this one, I'll just name it the plan. And let's say I want to create a to-do list app using Next.js 15. And did you want to use Tailwind? Did you have a specific CSS you wanted to use, brother? What was the poll? This is a very bad poll. That's not a yes or no question, but okay. So let's do Next.js and Tailwind. So Next.js, Tailwind, and TypeScript. Yeah, sorry for the delay, brother. I don't know if we can make this more real time, but sorry about that. But anyways, I want to create a to-do list app using Next.js 15, Tailwind CSS, and TypeScript. So cool. We can actually just even use this to help us plan things out. So like for example, we don't need a plan right now. So let's just say we would ask it, and let's say we use like even the free one, which is default. So let's say we did like create a basic, what is it, product requirements for a simple to-do app. So here I'm just asking it, I just want the basic product requirements for a simple to-do app. So I know AI just gives a little too much, so we don't really need all this, but we can use this to guide us, right? So task management, create new task with title and description. Sure, we can use that. You can mark task as complete or incomplete. Perfect. And then delete as well as edit. So this is pretty much CRUD. And then you can view all in a list format. I think this is all we need. And then here we have task properties. So this is the TypeScript types. So cool. Task organization, display task in order, show completed, basic search, user interface requirements. Fast load time, so these we don't care about. Data persistence, we can use local storage, but so slowly I'm going to bring things over and I'll make slight updates. So let's just go with here, and we can just literally copy and paste it here, right? So the formatting didn't really work properly, but so we'll just make bullet points here. Task properties, these are pretty fine. We don't need to bullet point that. This is fine. Title required, so this is going to help with the TypeScript types. Title required, and it's pretty smart enough to know whether it's a string or not. So, but you can, if you want to be more specific, you can do like Boolean, true or false for this one. Status, either complete or incomplete. Creation date, sure. Due date, optional, perfect. 2.3 task organizations, display task in order. We don't really need to worry about that now and then search, these are advanced stuff, but let's take it super slow. Let's just focus on 2.1 for now. What else was there? So I did let's bring the UI so we can use some of this too. This is something I would do as well myself for my own projects. So we user environment, we'll do main view. Yep, that's fine, clean. And then we'll do input field for new task. Sure. List view existing tasks. Input field for new task and a button. How about that? Let's put a button, plus sign button as well. Clear visual between complete and incomplete tasks. So this could, yeah, that makes sense. And then responsive for mobile design. Cool. Interactive elements. Your checkbox, edit button, delete button. Clear visual on user feedback. Nice. So let's look at number 4. I think we're almost done here. We don't care about the performance. I do want to bring in the data persistence though. So I'll just do this is something I'll do other. So let's just copy this. Data. So in 4.1, data, we just want to say use local storage. All right, so future, we don't need to worry about that now, but yeah, let's start with that just for this. Sorry, I had to cough. All right, brother. So far, this good? This makes sense? I'm just creating a plan for it right now, and this will help because we can keep referencing this as we build our app. Okay, so now here, I'm going to go back. I'm going to create a new chat. So one thing you need to know is that it's good to create new chats and don't continue with the same chat, so the context history isn't getting too big. All right, so once we have the plan, we can just reference it right here. So we can say plan, and now it's going to know this plan. Perfect. It makes sense. Cool, cool, cool. So let's start executing. So imagine I don't know how to even create a new Next.js app, right? So let's just start from there. So first, take a look at the plan, and I don't want it to start doing anything, and I just want it to guide me. So I'll say, and guide me in setting up the app. Cool. Okay. See, this is one thing about AI is like you have to be specific. I just wanted to create the app first, but it gave us like everything else extra, but that's okay. So let's go ahead and use this command. I'm going to open my terminal here. This is clear, and I will just run it. One thing I do want to change probably is, let's see, what did I name it? So to do app is the name here. So create next app at latest, and then this is the name of the app. And it's putting the flags as TypeScript, Tailwind with ESLint. Cool. Let's hit enter, and then soon we'll have our folder here. This is going to create a Next.js 15.2. Sure. Would you like to use the code into source directory? Yeah, why not? App router, sure. I'll just use all the recommended. I don't really have any strong preference with this. All right, so this is here. Perfect. So now we just need to cd into to-do app, and then I'll just clear. So just to get it started, we'll do npm run dev. All right, I'm just gonna copy this. We'll go here, and that should be running. Perfect. So that part is done. Oh, brother, I do want to ask, do you want me to use only the AI, or do you want me to actually go into code and make manual edits? What is going to help you? What do you want to see? Because it could be a challenge where I don't touch the code at all, or I can go ahead and, like start making these things myself, for example. You don't mind? Okay. So let's try it. Let me click apply. Let's see if it's going to create a new file by itself. How about that? I think there might be an issue because it does not know of this current folder structure, but let's see what happens. Let's give it a try. If it makes a mistake, then we'll correct it. So I'm just gonna hit apply, and yeah, like I imagined, it made an error where it created a new app folder and a types folder, and then create a new file. So it was not aware of this because when we chatted, it didn't really know about this file, right? So that's okay. I don't want to blame AI on that. That's on us. So I'm just gonna delete this. Okay, maybe I can just say that I don't know if I need to re-index the file, but let's say I don't want to accept it just yet. Huh. Mm, what do I want to do? uh, I kind of want to re-ask the app and see if it'll pick up on it technically. So I'm just gonna re-ask the same thing. Plan. I just want to see if it's gonna pick it up or not, because this one thing I'm curious about whether we need to be directly into this folder or not. So let's just test it out. The app is to do is inside to do dash app. Let's just see if this will recognize it. Okay, I'm gonna click apply one more time, and no, so it doesn't recognize it. Alright, so just to make it easier, brother, I'm gonna close and reopen this folder, probably. How do I open this? I just want to get into this. Let me just reopen it. Open folder. So this is vibe coding to do. Yeah. Crap. One issue with this is the notepad. Crap. Let's do. Let's go back here. Vibe coding. Where did the notepad go? I just want to see the notepad comes back. Oh man. Where did the notepad go? Open folder. Documents. Where did I put it? Cursor. Vibe coding. And oh yeah, the plan is here. Okay. So we didn't lose it. It's just we need to copy this so we can bring it back to that. So to do app. Sorry about that little hiccup. I'm gonna bring it back. I'm gonna call it the plan again because this was our plan. And I just want to move it to the editor. so it's not side by side like that. Cool. So then back to plan and say, so take a look at the plan, and guide me through our building our to-do app. Let's start by removing the boilerplate code first, and then setting up the basic structure of our app. All right, so it says, let's start by examining the current project. Perfect. And I believe it should have taken in notes the plan. So I took a look at the source directory just to see what's here. And let's see what else it did. Cleaning up the page.tsx. So pretty much the main page here. We want to get rid of this. All right, perfect. So I'm gonna accept this one because this is the changes for the page, right? So that's perfect. Let's try refresh. Okay, didn't work. I think that was in the other previous, what do you call that? npm run dev. It was in the other window, that's why it just closed out. What else? Oh, okay, so it still needs global. We need globals. Let me accept that. What else is there? Okay, let me just accept all for now. I might just need a restart. What else is missing? Source global CSS. What are you talking about? What is it missing? We've accepted all of the recommended. So, in AI fashion, let's just copy and paste it if we want to be lazy. So I'll say something like, there is an error. Can you help me debug and explain what the error is? So if you paste it, it should have pasted from terminal, but that's okay. Send it. It says because we're using Tailwind v4 syntax, but this is probably using older version. So let's see what Tailwind version we are on. We are on 4. Okay, interesting. Where were we? Main error is a rounding utility we not recognized, blah, blah, blah. It checked the Tailwind config. It checked package.json. It said, okay, I see the issue. We are using v4, and that's still an alpha. So it's doing some updates to Tailwind config. Cool. Let's just accept all because these two are pretty same. I don't want it to start these terminals because we'll start it ourselves. What happened here? Restart. What is the issue? What? Border gray. Oh my god, we're getting stuck in Tailwind issues. There is another error related to Tailwind again. Can you please fix? You have to be nice to AI, so you have to say please. Is this gonna go back? Okay, it worked. No, it did too much. It did too much. So I don't like my AI sometimes. It just did too much. It jumped too ahead. But anyways, let's accept this. I don't think this is the right way of doing it, but anyways, for now it's fine. Let me just check out the page. What did it do? It did way too much. Like we wanted to build this up, but yeah. Let's check out layout. So layout is fine. There's nothing here. CSS, favicon, page. I would be happy just with the interface and maybe the state, but this thing just started building out too much things. Yeah, it's working out, brother. The config file it was the issue with that. I didn't want to really look into it too much, but yeah, I figured it out in 2 tries. Although I think it's still wrong. It might still be wrong, but yeah, it's fine. So we have to do. Let's see if this actually works right now. So let's just do like first. Oh yeah, you might be right. There's no need for that anymore. Cool. So technically this works in a way. Let me refresh. So there's no local storage. So that's something we can add. But I don't like how they create this, to be honest. We want to do this, redo it. So I'm gonna actually delete this for now. All right. So I wanted to go through chat, and let's start with. Oops. All right. So I wanted to be specific. Great. Now the app is loading. Let's start by creating the first input where the user can write the task. And make sure to create separate components for each let's say section / component. All right, so I want just the input. Task input, perfect. The problem with AI is that it will just create files with like 400 or 500 lines of code, and I think that's when it gets a little bit ugly and hard to work with. So that's why I like creating small components and just like using import it and pass down props. So what it did was it created a new folder first, source/import, imports components. So this is kind of like the ShatCN way of doing it. All right, so it's created the task component. Let's check it out. It's a client component. It has prop of on add task, and then it has what else it have? It has a. I don't want it. Technically, yeah, it can have its own local state. That's fine. Handle submit is handled here. I kind of want the handle submit handled above, but for now it's fine. We have the input, we have the button. Okay, that's like a basic input right there. What else did it do? Let's update the main page to import it. So import. So it creates the add to do, which it kind of had earlier. So now it's not managing the to dos here for some reason, or at least a new to do. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, let's accept it, see what it looks like. I don't think it did the same thing again. I don't think it's correct. Like, I don't, what do you think, brother? I think the state should all be in the main file and even the handle submit. Like, this should just be a component without any state or functions. What do you think? I'm just waiting on the chat. If you're still there, brother. Maybe chat might be faster. Should we remove the... Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. So, yeah, that's correct. I think that's more of a React way of doing it. This is not correct. So let's just tell it that. I think we accepted already, yeah, maybe. Yeah, we accepted already. Okay, so let's just do like great job. Great job. One thing I want to do is make sure all the state and any handlers are created in the main that page. So this is the main entry page, right? So it's created here. Meaning, let's say like in task input. In task input, it has its own local state, own state and handle function. Can you update? So this is passed down to this component instead. I think AI will understand that. So, yeah. All right, cool. I think I saw the props. It has way more props now. Perfect. It got rid of all the state and just imported the props. Yep, exactly. This is exactly how. This is the React way of doing it. And then now we're adding it back on page. Perfect. So visually, nothing changes. Let's just try it out. It should still work. First two, nice. We have no state, but the adding works. All right, so let's see. What do you want to work on next? Let's check our plan. I kind of want to add the state. We can either add the state as in the local stage now or at the end. I think it'll be good just to add local storage now, so later on it'll be easier to add and like remove and do like small CRUD operations to local storage. So we have this. There is only title right now. There's no space way for description. We can mark, but it's not saving. Delete. I think there was a delete here too. No, not delete. And is there a way to edit? And there's no edit. Alright, so right now we don't really have anything. But first, let's just add the local storage. So let's say great. Now let's add local storage so we can persist our data. Alright, so it's going to the page. Where's the changes? So it's going to use effect. There is a loading to-dos, which is getting from local storage and getting the item of the key to do right here. If there's nothing, get nothing. Otherwise, it's going to parse the JSON and return the state of it. So let's see, where is this being called? It's being called in the use effect on page load. It's going to load the to-dos, then set the to-dos. Okay, so that's the loading. Here it's save to-dos to local storage whenever they change. So it's saying every time changes, meaning I believe it's a page refresh. Why is it saying if type window is not defined? Oh, okay. If it is a window browser, if it's like a browser pretty much, then it will run this. And it's always when to-do changes. So if we add something to it, then the to-dos, set to-dos function gets called, meaning to-dos, I believe, will change. So it's going to trigger an update here. But that's in theory. Let's see if it actually works. So let's just accept. I think that's all it did. The page. What else did it do? I think that's all it did. Yeah. Let me just close these out. Oh crap! I think I closed the chat out. No, I didn't. Okay, perfect. All right, the way we can see our what do you call it, local storage is from the application. So let's go to local storage here. To-dos, right now it's empty. All right, let's just do first task. And here we can actually see it. So perfect, it's working, first task. Yeah, you refresh the page and it's still there. So cool, the local storage is working. And now let's work off the plan. So this is why I want to create the plan. We have like a checklist to work off of, right? And then we can, AI also knows the checklist, but also we don't get lost. So technically we checked off the local storage part. So now let's get task with title and description. So we only have the title, but not description right now. So let's see if how AI can make like the UI changes for that and thinks about that. I'm thinking we could do like a you can add task, but then if you click it, you can add description. Otherwise, you can have two inputs. Let's see what AI thinks. Perfect. Let's think about how we can incorporate description as well when creating tasks. When you click the plus button next to input, however, we can improve the UI, make it more intuitive. So adding a character count, okay, improving the styling. Maybe it didn't understand what I meant, but the description input. Is there something here? No, so I don't think he understood me properly. Oh, it's an Asian right now? Yep, you're right. So looking at the code, all right, so it's gonna add a description length, which is fine. But what else did it do? Oh, okay. I don't think I added anything. Add markdown support. So now this is getting a little bit. So I think this is the default. The issue with default is it's not as good as 3.7 here, but we can still work with it. Support for links. Is it? Am I going crazy? Where I don't see a way to add description right now. Yeah, no, I can't add description. Okay, that's fine. I would say it's a human error. We were not specific enough. So this is good testing because if you can, you can test it in like the not the dumber but the weaker models, right? So this is how you can test your prompting, see how specific you are. So if I gave it to 3.7, it probably could have understood what I meant, but the default didn't really do a good job of it. But anyways, cool. Let's actually let's actually add another input field that will be optional, and it will be the description field for the task. Okay, this one should be more specific enough. Expandable, I see. So it was trying to do expandable, but we don't have that there. The apply model made the following changes. Interesting. So we kind of messed up the cursor UI here. Just to see the diff. Yeah. So actually, look, this thing started. I don't want to say hallucinating or make mistakes, but this is weird. Now we can't really see what it meant, what file. It's just saying text. I just want to see what happens if I click apply. I don't even know what happened. Task input, did it change? Interesting. We kind of broke cursor right here. Well, like you said, let's try the 3.5 on this. So I'm going to use the same prompt we did here, where it didn't understand us, right? So I'm going to restore the checkpoint. So now everything is redone, redoed to this state. So I'm going to copy this. and we just want to do 3.5 instead. Okay, same prompt, just with 3.5. Let's see if this understands it better. Oh, wait, again. We found a cursor bug, or we kind of just broke cursor. We already had description plays. Let's update text component, better have descriptions. Wow, we broke it. 3.5 broke it. I think we're just in a weird chat state now. I'm afraid if I keep prompting it in this history, it's gonna continue with this. So it's not really gonna do anything. Yeah, there's no diff here. I think I'm gonna have to start a new chat, brother. So let me just create a new chat. Yeah, I can't believe we broke cursor that fast. But anyways, let's continue with 3.5. I'm gonna put the same prompt. Let's think about how we can incorporate description as well as when, maybe my prompting was actually bad. We can incorporate description when we create a task in the UI. All right, now it's the new chat's working. We can create an expandable input section that initially shows the title with a button to add description. When the user clicks to add description, we'll show a text. Yep, that makes sense. We'll use table and transition effects to make this smooth and elegant. Yep, I like that idea, so let's go ahead and accept it. Oh, it's making weird mistakes again. Or maybe it didn't know we had a components folder already, but it created it outside. Huh. Here's the code. Right, you see we have app components and we had components, but that's okay. It should still work. I'm just gonna move it here. Let's see if it would have worked as a one shot. But we really are breaking. Testing cursor right now. Great. So just for context, we'll put in components. uh, I don't know. Let's see. I usually work with 3.5, and it still works solid for me. Sometimes, like really, if I'm really lazy, I'll go 3.7, but 3.5 really, for me, it's solid. But let's see. I think there's a mistake with my prompting here. So it's actually human error because I noticed my prompt when I reread it. It was actually sounded weird. But let's say, cool. We have the create to do component now. Let's integrate into our app now. Two similar components. Yeah, technically it is too similar. It's probably very similar. Oh no, did I make the mistake of local state again? Ah, crap. What did it do? Okay, brother. I think we'll just go to Asian mode. Because the ASK mode it's getting confused. Alright, I'm gonna reset it up again. Sorry about that. Create to do. Pretty much. What else we got? We got page, task input. I'll say something. All right, so we have two similar components. We have two similar components. Create task input. I want to make sure all state and all state and functions are passed as props, like in task input. So let's consolidate and make sure we only have one. It includes the expandable description. There's someone watching us on silence. Welcome, welcome. If you're watching, join us in chat. All right, so now we're in agent, so I'm in YOLO mode. It should automatically make changes, unless I turn off YOLO mode. But first, I'll modify task input, include feature want. So I'll just quickly inspect it. What did it do? Placeholder, button, sure, description toggle. Yeah, this is all we care about. And then it got rid of the other component, the duplicate one. So okay. Excuse me. Yeah, that looks good. Refresh. Wow, very ugly, but it does have a description. I can't believe Cursor's making such ugly UI. What happened? This UI prompt here, it really messed it up. I never had Cursor make this ugly of a UI. But anyways, let's just test it out. So, add. Yeah, I think the Tailwind config is messed up. You might be right on that. Because this has like no CSS, which is really surprising. But the good news is the description is working, so that's one small good news. Let's go back to chat. Let's say great job, but the styling looks really bad. I think the Tailwind config is messed up. Let's just put package. So please fix it. I'm gonna attach the UI screenshot of it as well. Right now, this actually has like no styling. You want to do it manually? I don't know what the issue is with this. I really don't think we need all this. We can look at Tailwind's website and just fix it for 3.4. What does it want to do? It wants to downgrade to 3. That's probably the right move. I don't think it really needs all this, but let's need a post CSS config. Let's check out Tailwind. Tailwind started. Yeah, it should be installed, so install it. Does it have like a specific one just for Next.js? So you're saying the config is in JS and we are working in TS. In the new version, there is no Tailwind config file, and the imported global is wrong. Okay, so this is actually wrong, you said? Okay, let me maybe delete that. Oh, okay, yeah, that gave us some styling. Well, actually, I don't know if it deletes. Yeah, deleting it gave it some CSS, which is still slightly wrong, but okay, you're right about that. Let's check out the config. I don't think we need any of this, but what does it say? Using, does it have a specific Next.js one? Oh, this is V4, but I think it just actually downgraded to 3.4. What's the upgrade guide? Post config, it wants just this. Light. In CSS, it just wants import Tailwind. So this is probably what we needed. And then this post one is just this one. You want to upgrade? Yeah, I think we should do that. So we can use, what is it, 4 point, what was it before? 4.1? Just a 4, okay. All right, brother. That's probably the right move there. So we want to do just a install. Okay, let's run. Oh yeah, perfect. Yeah, now it's the table config is finally set up. So yep, good call on that one. Good call. Good eyes. The table config was messed up. So cool. We have a simple to-do app with a decent UI that I expect from Cursor. So yeah, this looks good. Let me just make sure everything still works, which it should. Yep, we're in business. Let me zoom in for you. Probably don't even need this anymore. Yeah, one thing you can do is in settings. So something I did previously is something like, where was it? Well, MCP is something that might help, but I did something like this. So here I was putting docs, right? So you can add new docs. So let's say I wanted to use the Tailwind V4 docs. What I could technically do is I can just link maybe something like, if there's an entry point, which one should I go with? It might even just be this. This might just be fine too. I just wanted like the entry getting started point, which it looks like it's white by default. But anyways, my point was you can add a new doc here and you can add something like this, right? So we can do like Tailwind CSS v4, and technically it's gonna go and index. Well, that's in theory that's what it should have done, right? I don't know if it how well it does it, but it should technically index all these pages. Is there a specific Next.js one? There is. Okay, so there's actually a Next.js one. So I think you're right. Delete that. V4 Next.js. So it indexed the one page, which in theory this should have indexed all the pages, but you said it is on, where is package.json? This is on Next 15, so you think that we need Next 15 docs. That's the news, this is the actual docs. Where is setting again? Oops, cursor files. I see. So you might be right, yeah. The model might have been trained on 14, and it might not be aware of these two yet. Wow, lots of 4 pages, but in theory, this is what should have worked. Like, this is what I would have done to give it updated docs, but I digress. So you said get rid of Tailwind config. It shouldn't be in the new versions. Yep, I didn't see it there. All right, so let's continue build out some of the functionality. I think that the Tailwind is it's okay for now. Description's there. Where's the plus sign there? Let's just put a simple screenshot. Now let's get into a little bit more of the vibe, the actual vibe coding. Uh, let's add a let's add an icon on the button so it's more clear. All right, so hopefully Claude can just work its way out now. So we have create, we have that. We need edit, and then we need delete. Those two to complete out the CRUD. Update the task input, put a plus sign. Yeah, that should be simple. Oh, I see the text is in white here, so we can't see it. So let's do something like, looks like the text is in white. Looks like the add button text and icon colors are the same, white as the background, as the button background. Can you fix? Okay, after that, we are gonna do let's do delete and then we'll do the edit. Still doesn't want to work. What the hell? We deleted Tailwind config. Maybe we want to restart. What might still mess this up? What is wrong? Do we need to actually look into this? What's up here? So we have the button. Text white for some reason. Yeah, we don't want text white. Why is it white? Oh, it made the text white, you said? Maybe you saw it. I see. So it kept the text white. Oh my god. Text. Yep, you're right. It made it white. So we need actually all of them black. I don't know about this one, but at least these two we need black. So let's just try that for now. Okay, so I made that's good now. What about this? What is text on the button? I don't think this one matters too much, but yeah, okay. So we can actually see the button now. It looks pretty good. Globals, bye-bye. Chat here. Cool, like I said, let's work on the delete now. Let's just say perfect. Let's work on the deleting task functionality. Yeah, this is why sometimes you have to go and edit it manually. You can't just trust AI. I see the page. Let's add delete functionality. Yep, that's true. It created a new handler to filter ad by ID and also had a button. Where's the button? Oh, on the map. Yeah, that should be good. Let's check it out. Just accept it. But yeah, button is here. Let's delete, refresh. Perfect. Delete is good. Let's do an edit. So how do you want to do edit? Maybe just like on click, inline edit. But let's ask AI. Great. Now let's work on the edit functionality of the task. On click, let's say something like, let's add a edit button or icon, and on click it will show a pop-up modal, so we can edit the input, not the input, the title and description as well. We don't have a due date, but let's just say that for now. There should also be a save button, so we can save it afterwards. If we click outside of the modal, no, I think it's just me trying to go slow with it. We could have just one-shot prompted a lot of these things, to be honest, but it's a user error. But I just wanted to try things out slowly with even the dumber models. It should close and not save the edits. But yeah, now we can speed up. We had a little tailwind issue, but now we can speed up. So here we're working on the edit, and I gave it, let's do add icon slash, what do you call it? Edit icon. On click is me modal, right? And then if you click outside the modal, it should close. But if you edit and click the save, it should save. All right, so this one should be simple for AI to handle. So it's gonna do, let's check out page. What did it do? Still working on it. Okay, it created the modal component first. Where, I see. So it didn't create everything inside of it. We have the modal state. Yep, open, edit title, description. That sounds good. We have the open, close, and the save handlers. Yeah, that new docs, it's a little bit older feature. I don't know how correct it is in indexing the actual docs, but that is one of the ways we can do it. And then the editor modal. Yeah, okay. This should work. Let me just click accept because I hate seeing the green diff too much of that. But let's try it out. We did edit. Nice. One thing we can do is make, instead of black, just like do kind of transparent, but yeah, that looks good. And you see, if you click outside, nothing changes. Yeah, that looks good. But if we do edit, same issue here. There's probably a save button here, just all white text, but we'll fix that. Cool, yeah, that worked. So we just need to fix the save button now. Text white again. It loves doing this text white. Make it glassy? What's glassy? Glossy? What is glassy? Primary blue. What is this primary color is like messed up here. What is up with these colors? Instead of black, make it glassy. Is that a color? Tailwind color glassy? I never heard of glassy. Is it like you make a kind of like a glass effect? I can ask AI to make it kind of like a glassy effect. Yeah, that's doable. Yeah, like a blur effect. Oh, I see, I see. Yep. Yeah. I don't know the exact changes for that, so to save time, let me ask AI. Hopefully, it can do it. Let's see. Great job. Now, when the modal is open, let's make the background transparent. Let's do slightly transparent, and also let's make it like a blur, like a blurry slash. I'll just say glassy, like a glassy effect. Let's see what it understands in terms of what glassy effect means, and I'll just paste it in so it knows what it looks like currently. I'll update the modal component. Ooh, glass morphism effect. Let's see what that might look like. Oh, I see. This is what you might have been thinking of, this glassy looking effect. Ah, that's cool, yeah. I didn't know what it was called, but yeah, this would be cool. Nice. We have sort of that effect. Let's just expand it. Yeah, it's decent. It looks slightly off. Like we can improve it, I feel like. The coloring, maybe the blur amount. It's not bad. This looks a little bit more popped out now, so I kind of like that. Yeah, yeah, for sure, brother. Um, I'm just gonna keep it like that for now, right? So let's work on the other features, but yeah, we could definitely work on this and mess it up a little bit more. I do want to just simply make it slightly less darker, maybe. Let me try that out. Yeah, so make it a little brighter because it looks quite dark. The blur is like slightly hard. Maybe extra small if that's a thing. No, that's a little too. Uh, that's fine. Uh, but we know that we can work on this even with Tailwind to make that effect. So it doesn't look like it's too much, which is a good thing to know. We learn new things every day. Perfect. So this is working, right? As we tested out earlier. Cool, yeah, it's working. So it didn't actually take the effect, the new line, but anyways, we have the delete, we have the edit, we have the edit. What else do we need? Let's check out our plan. View in a list. Yep, it's in a list already. What else we need? Order, complete a task, filters. Yeah, I think that'll be good to complete it. I mean, to filter by either completed or open. So that's a simple one. Let's add a new feature so we can toggle slash filter the completed and the open tasks. Yeah, this one's simple. But after this, what other features do you want to see into this current to-do app? We can really like add way more features. Oh, IG. I don't have an IG on this because this is my dev page. So I have a website that I built, right? And this YouTube is all centered around this, my dev page. So if you want to contact me, you can message me like this is my email, and you can like email me. but I don't have like a Instagram. If you can message on YouTube, you can always message me on YouTube, but I don't know if YouTube has messaging, to be honest. Let me put my email in chat, actually. My dev page. And that's the website. So in this website, you can go ahead and create your free portfolio website. And there's other cool features I added. Some of them might be pro features, but you can have a resume builder right on it. Now back to the app. Nice, we have a all active and completed. Yeah, I kind of like the purplish effect we have going on here with the neon effect. It's pretty cool. All right, so what else we want to do? Maybe the date. We haven't really worked on the date. Yeah. No, I mean, I can always come up with new ideas, right? Like the dates. We can always edit the due dates. We can have a calendar feature. Oh, you want to try Clerk? Yeah, we can try Clerk. Let's see. I haven't used Clerk in a few minutes, but Clerk isn't, it's really very simple. So we can try that. I think we need a profile. I'm going to use um, just a disposable email. Let's do a random email. So I use a disposable email just to like for testing. We kind of I kind of just use this to create new accounts. So let's just say start building. Where is account? Do we need to create an account first? Do I already have an account? I don't. Ah, man, I can't use that email. I have to use my email. Uh, Crap. Because this browser incognito. Use the versions. Yeah. Okay, I can't use this email. I have to use my personal email. But the issue with this is I'm not logged into it, and this is incognito browser. How can I sign up? Oh, actually, that was a sign in. Maybe this is the issue. So password. What can I think of a password? Uh, okay, so at least this website knows you can't. It blocks disposal emails. Sometimes I can get around of this by just changing the domain. Let me try a different domain. Something with .com if you have. Hunter.com. Let's try it. Damn it, it's not gonna give me. But do you need account for this? I think you do, right? Because we need to put like API key here. There's gonna be a time where we need to put API key. Maybe, maybe not. Where does that go? Um. Anyways, let's try it out. Let's just add it to the app. We already have this, so we need to add clerk. Let's just try it out. I thought we needed an account before we can actually use clerk, but maybe not. Oh, you know what? Sorry, we want to use AI for this, right? So let me try to, like we talked about earlier. Let's try to pass the docs, see how it does, and instead of me doing it, let's let's see if I can figure it out. So something like using the clerk docs, set up clerk for our authentication. You're saying I will need an account? I think, yeah, eventually I will need an account. But we can at least implement it, I believe. Let's see if not, I'll just use my other email for it. That's okay. Okay, installed it. You create the middleware function just exactly like it said, although I might have changed some things around, which is fine. It's going to wrap it in a click provider for our layout. That's cool. And yeah, so we can't get through it unless we have these. Next, public clerk keys. Okay, cool. It's continuing with sign in, sign up. So let me see if my email I can use clerk. So this is my Gmail. So let's do something like start building, dashboard. Just do Google. I'm going to use mine. Okay. We'll just do, yeah, those two are fine. This will be the to-do app. Let's do one. Oh, actually, there's a title, so maybe we can do capitals. Yep. Number one to-do app. Yeah, this is what we need. Okay, but this is still doing a bunch of things. Let's update to use clerk data, sign in. Okay, so it actually went ahead and did a lot more than we asked for. Auth mode and target mode. Oh man, this is where we start running into issues. That's okay. Let's have the AI fix. Can you fix this issue? And in the meantime, we have a .env, I believe we created. Yes, so we will need a bunch of stuff here. Set your clerk keys. Yep, let's do. Okay. And where's the sign-in URLs? I'm just gonna restart it so I can take effect the envs. Okay, let's see what happened with this. Did it fix it? Still not yet. What is it doing? It's installing, it's doing a bunch of stuff here. This might be doing too much now. Saying great. Yeah, how about this? Let me copy and paste this whole thing. And then we'll say these are the notes from clerk. So here, notepad, clerk, setup, notes. Right, so I'm just gonna paste the whole thing here. Let's see, just with itself, how, or if it can pick it up. Actually use the clerk setup notes to reset up clerk, please. So first step was install, yep. And then it had the API key, then it had middleware, and then the clerk provider, which, let's see if it does it. Install envs we already put, at least for these two. Then we need the middleware, and now the layout file with the clerk provider using the already provided components from clerk. All right. Yeah, maybe this is it. Let me accept. Let me just restart the whole server. The post CSS now? Well, how did it get into this global issue again? Uh, is it just a caching issue? No, it actually is an error. Let me just ask AI. There is an error. Post config. So it moved it back to Tailwind CSS. Maybe that was the issue. Oh no, it's going back. Stop. It's creating Tailwind config again. So I don't think that's the issue. What did it do? Yeah, it did say we needed it, but yeah, I don't mind trying it. Trying to move it, I mean. Do we even need this? We might not need this as well then if we get rid of post CSS. We see something. Alright, now all our CSS is gone. So maybe we do need the post CSS. I think we need this, maybe. It just, for some reason, it just needed. Maybe the other one was the issue. Let me try it. No? So it's definitely with this. Can't find table cases. Post CSS docs. Yeah, that's true. Where I've actually never looked at the post CSS docs, so post CSS, maybe Tailwind. Let's say, where's cursor? Yeah, even if we use .js, it should still be fine, but we can try it out. Oh shit, what did I do? I think I deleted it. That's okay. It should have still worked, because right now, earlier it was working right. So it should still be fine, but let me try it out. Use post to reinstall to add it using proper code for Tailwind v4. So I pretty much added it back the way we had it. Let's also make sure we have correct Tailwind config. Let's create Tailwind config again. Sure. Damn, I don't think we need that, but adding them back. Now just going back to the non-v4 way. Oh man, this is just going back to. Let me just recheck. Let me go back to Tailwind and just check out the actual Tailwind docs using post CSS. Yeah, I think they'll do it manually. Let me just restore it. Restore checkpoint. You can also just do new chat just to clean that up. Okay, so what do we actually need? Tailwind post CSS. Here, this is all we needed. You think we only need the MGS? Oh yeah, you're right. It says we just need the MGS. Config.mjs. What happened here? Why does it not like it? CSS add the import. Yeah, we might not even need any of this, to be honest. That's all it needs, technically, according to this. Unknown word. Oh, this. Nice. Yep, I think you were right, brother. So we just needed the MGS file, not the other one. Anyways, we're finally back here. So what we wanted to do actually was use clerk, right? So let's do an auth page. So let's protect this route. So let's say, let me just add the context back. Plan. And then we want to do clerk notes maybe. This is already set up, but let's just add it for fun. I do want to give it the page and maybe the layout. Cool. Now let's protect the app so that if the user is not logged in, then they are taken to the login / sign up page instead. All right, so next logical step is we want to protect this page. So it's going to go redirecting for unauthenticated users to the sign up page. We'll actually need a signing page and sign up page, but yep, so far it looks good. We need to, yeah, that's true. We need to, it did update clerk middleware to auth middleware. So this might not be the right update here, but just, oh, and then it updates it back to server. I noticed we need a sign page. Sign up page as well. What the hell? Yeah, that's the old version, so I don't know why I updated it. Huh. Let's just, maybe we just do auth middleware and just update it back to just the clerk middleware. Okay. I mean, that solved the error, but it still has errors inside of it. Yeah, so it has its limitations for sure. But what I don't know what it did. What happened? Why am I not? Why are we not getting like taken to the? So it did create the pages, no? Um. Okay. I don't think I actually created the protected route. So, I mean, it created the protected route, but it didn't take us redirect. So, I think the user can still get to the main app without being signed in. So let's create the landing page, let's call it. Let's create the landing page and have the logins and have the clerk login triggers. And let's try that. Yeah, to be honest, 3.7 also it has the same issues with the version, because I faced the same issues building out the other projects. So it's not gonna it's still not as up to date, to be honest. I think it's just the issue of like not having the actual docs, um, and us not being specific enough with it. So basically, I think what this is doing is moving into a new component so they can do a conditional render. I think that's what it's doing. To do app. You want to try ChatGPT? To be honest, like Claude is the best one. GPT is much slower. I've tried it. I've tried all these GPT models. It's not only slower, but actually weird. So the agent isn't available for these? I thought it was for some of them. Something's up with this Clerk update. I mean the Claude update. I thought I had more models available before, but anyways, it is building out the landing page. So let's see if this one works. All right, sign in. Let's just do a test. That's how you use our Yopmail test. Oh, really? It was import? Yeah, it thought it was doing alias before. Just sign up. Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't use this password. Test 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh man. I'm just gonna use the username as password. How about that? Interesting. So we made it so it actually sends a code. Cool. So Clerk is working, at least the email function. Let's see if we can sign in. Nice. We are logged in, and this does have the Clerk account management thingy. All right. So yeah, that's working. Let's check it out on Clerk if you want. And we do have a user here, so yeah. Like you said, Clerk is very easy. It's so simple. There's not too much here. What a classy password, yeah. But one thing I did want to do is let's sign out and let's see if we can what happens if we sign out. Oh, interesting. The way it's handling it is let's check it. Sign in, sign out. Ah, okay. Interesting. So I made it very simple. If you're signed in, you can see To Do app. If you're signed out, then you just see the landing page. So cool. The auth is working. Now, if I remember, I'll have to sign back in just to work on the app again. But let's see, the password is just nice. State-wise, we can technically add a database like Supabase. Let's see, this is not right. How far back does it have to go? I think it's just one. Yeah. Yeah, although that was erroring, you're still able to load it. Let's just see. Just curious. This will still work. Looks like our state is gone now. Where is our local storage is not working anymore? What happened? Hmm. Great. Now the local storage is not working anymore. Yeah, brother. So I think um, this is, we can still work with more features, but yeah, how did you like it? Probably some good lessons here. You learn from the mistakes. So we made some good mistakes that hopefully we don't make again. But yeah, how did you like this vibe coding session? This is a very basic one, just to the app, and we can do even more advanced stuff. But just wanted to try it out today. Yeah, brother. Do you want the code for this? I can actually upload this, and I can send you like the repo. And you can fork it down. You can even create a pull request with your any new changes you want to make. You can add that. Oh, thank you. So I am a professional software engineer, so I do code. It's just when you're doing it live, that's when some slip ups happen. But that's okay. We're here to learn. Yeah, for sure. I will upload this code. One thing you can do, brother, is can you email me your email and I'll email you the link to the repo, or I can add you as a GitHub user to the repo as well. Up to you. Actually, maybe you can just put it in the chat. That way I can see it right here. So just drop your email in the chat, and I will email you the link to the GitHub with all the code. But this app is pretty cool so far. We have authentication. We have a working, well, semi-working. If this is fixed, it should be working again. Test. No, the local storage is not working. But anyways, UI is working. That's good enough. Next steps of this is I would probably add a database like Supabase or even Firebase, technically. Any works. Yeah, bro. I don't know if you shared the email, but I don't see it here yet. No, I don't see the email. Just put the first part and then remove the ad. I don't see the email here. Oh, okay, it's in Gmail. Okay. All right, brother. I'm gonna right after ending the stream, I'm gonna email you the code. Actually, I'm gonna have to upload it to GitHub first, and then I'll email the code to you, the GitHub link, and you can continue with it. How does that sound? Let me actually just type it. It might be faster. Let me upload to GitHub. Perfect. I will end stream now.